Last week we developed this. Let's go get my Android Studio right here. Okay, we created this application here that took and put a whole bunch of states into this list view, and then you can click on one and a toast would show up, shows you what the capital is. Plus we also added a search menu, didn't we? This week what we're going to do is we're going to take and continue this, and we're going to take and add a database this time, and rather than receiving our information as strings, we're going to use a database, which is a whole lot better way to do it. First, I'd like you to take and right click on these, save link as, and save it to your desktop if you would, okay? Mine are right here. If I can get to them right there. Right there, okay? My states and this class that I wrote for you, okay, to save you a whole bunch of work. Okay, let's switch to right there. Android Studio. I'm going to take and slide this out of the way here for now. That. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our values. Get rid of these strings in here. Okay, we aren't going to use these anymore. This is a terrible way to do it. When you put something in, you can't edit it or change it or delete anything, okay? But it's a good way to get started. Just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our database, okay? And to do that, we have to create a folder. Folder is going to be an asset folder, they call it, okay? And to do that, we need to go up here and right click on our app and see a new, and slide all the way down here to a folder, asset folder like this. And you just say finish here. When you do that, it opens up, it creates this new little assets right here, okay? Right click on that, see a new, and this time we're going to put just a simple directory in it. It's going to be called Databases, like that, just like that. You have to make sure it's just like that, no caps or anything, okay? Like that. Now we can open this up. There's our databases. Now you can take your states.db.zip and you can slide it right into our databases like that. And I'm going to hit my control keys because I just want to copy it. I want to leave it on there and say, yes, I want to do that. Wonderful. So we got our database in here. Now I wrote a whole bunch of code for you in this right here. Okay, and we're going to take and we're going to say, right click on that and say copy. And I'm going to right click on the line just above my state capitals here. And I'm going to say paste. Like that. Notice when it does that, it actually added two of them, didn't it? Okay. And yeah, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to shut this down for now. What this is there's actually two classes inside this one class. Don't worry about that. Now we're getting issues here that say, hey, whoa, we got problems, okay? That's because we're using this SQLite asset helper, okay? I'm going to copy this. Once again, to get to this, okay, you double click on this right here. We're in this file. Copy that. That's got to be added to your Gradle, okay? So your Gradle knows where to look for that. Go down this line right here where it says Module App Build a Gradle. We're going to be adding that right at the bottom of here. What this does, it goes out on the internet and gets libraries. In this case, it's a SQLite asset helper, okay? And it feeds a whole lot of methods and stuff into this class right here. And we have to sync now. Once that's done syncing, you notice, yep, now we don't have any errors. Wonderful, okay? Wonderful. Now we're going to take and copy a bunch of stuff here, okay? Right here like this. Control C, okay? And I'm going to go back to my main activity here, at the very top, and right here, right under my set content view, I'm going to paste those in like that. Okay, now we don't have to worry about these lines right here. Let's get rid of those. that's just examples of how to do things. We already got our lists right here. Okay, and this right here, database name isn't correct. What's our database name? Right there, states. Oh, I did it before. Like that, okay. And now we type that in there. That's gonna, when I create a database access, okay, it's gonna feed that into it so it knows which database to open. And it opens it. Now what I did is give you some examples of how to get strings and stuff out of there, okay. We're only gonna be doing the strings, okay. We're gonna be assigning this to our states, like that. Now what's the name of the table and name of the state? I'm going to take and I'm going to open up this states.db. Got that connected already to my browser, okay, and I can say, well, here's a table called states, and here's two fields called state and capital. Notice they have capital letters. Make sure you get that correct, okay? Wonderful. What's the name of our table? States. Like that. What's the name of our field? State. Let's make a copy of this to get our capitals in here too right away. And now we're going to put capital C. And same thing here. Without an L. Okay. Make sure you get these correct, otherwise it just won't work. And you have all kinds of issues, okay? So now it's going to feed that information into these global variables up here, okay? And now, let's see. We don't need these anymore, do we, okay? Because these previously got information from our strings file. Just like that. Go ahead and run it. It should work. Wonderful. Mine worked. Hopefully yours did too. Now, once again, all we did is rather than getting information out of our strings, okay, we're actually getting information out of this database, okay, which makes a whole lot more sense.